Hello children, welcome to today's class of quadrilaterals. In my previous video, I have explained about the introduction and examples from 1 to 5. Today we are going to see the example number 6. Okay children, here is the question of example number 6. They have given A, B, C, D as a parallelogram. Parallelogram means we know the rules, opposite sides are equal and parallel. AB is equal to CD and AB is parallel to CD. When the whole line is parallel, means the line will be parallel at each and every point. That is the basic rule of the parallel lines. Okay children, when two lines are parallel means the line will be parallel at each and every point. Hence, from that I can conclude that when AB is parallel to CD, I can say PB is also parallel to DQ and AP is also parallel to CQ. As they have given P and Q as the midpoints. Midpoints means in a CD whole line, DQ is one of the part and CQ is one of the part. Similar way, AP is one of the part and PB is one of the part. Each are equal in size. Okay children, midpoint means it divides the line into two equal parts. Therefore, AP equal to PB. Similar way, DQ equal to QC. When the lines are of this parallelogram, can you observe here? A, P, C, Q. Okay children, here this portion AP is parallel to CQ. As P is the midpoint and Q is the midpoint, I can say AP is equal to CQ. When opposite lines are equal and parallel, I can conclude APCQ is a parallelogram. That is the proof of your first question. Similar way, DPBQ is a parallelogram. Same proof, DPBQ. I will write just similarly and write the conclusion. ADPBQ is a parallelogram as P is the midpoint of AB, AP equal to PB, hence PB equal to QD. When opposite sides are equal and parallel, DPBQ is also a parallelogram. Now already we have proved APCQ as a parallelogram and DPBQ as a parallelogram, and this it is a part of an parallelogram. Okay, SQ is a part of one parallelogram, PR is a part of one parallelogram. Hence these two sides are parallel. Can you see PS is parallel to QR and SQ is parallel to PR. From the proof of 1 and 2, I can come to the conclusion the opposite sides of PSQR is opposite sides are parallel. When opposite sides are parallel, hence I can conclude this figure also as an parallelogram. Here is the notes for same what I have explained children. You can directly copy this in your CW. Okay children, now coming to the exercise 8.1, they have given in your first question, the angles of the quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find the angles of the quadrilateral. As I don't know the angles, I will take as 3x, 5x, 9x, 13x. I know the angle sum property of an quadrilateral. When I add all the angles, I will get 360 degree. From that, I will find out each and every angle children. Come on, let us go into the sum. Okay, here is your first solution. I have taken the common ratio between all the angles as x and all the angles as 3x, 5x, 9x, 13x. Now I have to add all the angles. Hence on adding, I will get 30x is equal to 360 degree. X equal to 360 degree by 30. On cancellation, 0, 0 gets cancelled. 3 ones are 3 12s are. Once x value I have got children, not the angle value. Now I have to substitute for x. 3x becomes 36 degree. 5x becomes 60 degree. 9x becomes 108 degree. And 13x becomes 156 degree. This is your first solution, children. Please kindly copy in your notes. Okay, children, your second question. They have given the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. Show that it is a rectangle. Children, we have solved one of the sum in the example. When the parallelogram is given, to prove it as a rectangle, we just need to prove any one of the angle as 90 degree, children. Hence, if we prove any one of the angle as 90 degree, that is more than enough to prove the parallelogram as a rectangle. So, here begins the sum. I have taken ABCD as a parallelogram. Now, as they have given these two diagonals are equal, I am going to take two triangles and I am going to prove they are congruent. And later I will take two angles are equal. From there I will prove one of the angle as 90 degree, children. Come, which two triangles I am going to take, I will show you. A, B, C, and the relating to this, which angle is that I have to find out. For B, C is the angle. Hence I should take DCB as the another triangle. Can you see here? This one triangle ABC and another triangle is DCB. Okay, children. Now AB equal to DC because opposite sides of a parallelogram. And these two diagonals are equal. They have given already. Now what I have to BC is equal to BC. Okay, children, all the three sides are equal. Hence, by SSS congruence, I can prove these two triangles are congruent. Can you observe here, children? I have written the same. Now, I will write angle ABC equal to angle DCB by CPCT. That means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now, what is the next step? I will show you. As these two angles are on the same side of a transversal, if AB is parallel to CD, I will take BC as a transversal. Then angle B plus angle C should be equal to 180 degree. I know these two angles are equal, no children. Hence, I will take angle angle B as 2 times angle B, 2 times of angle B equal to 180 degree. Therefore, 2 when it goes to the other side, see here. I have given the proof for that. Okay, children, look here. 2 times of angle B is equal to 180 degree. 2 when it goes to the other side, it gets cancelled. Angle B is equal to 90 degree. Hence, I have proved one of the interior angles of the parallelogram as 90 degree. Hence, ABCD is a rectangle. Thank you, children.